Hi, I'm Dawn. This is Hudson Vintage. Did you click on this video thinking that there was nothing really that anybody could ever show you that was different and original and new in ways to wear vintage jewelry? Well, if you've been around a while, you know that I talk a lot about vintage and vintage style, and I'm a vintage jewelry expert, and I guarantee you'll learn one new original way to wear vintage jewelry, and the hint is, I'm wearing it right now. If you have been around a while, then I have news for you. Google has chosen me to participate in an experiment, and it's very exciting. It's called the applaud button. It's right underneath this video. If you've been here and you're watching me grow, I need Google to show me to more people to grow substantially. And the more I grow, the more I share with you guys. You know that. I'm doing a giveaway when I reach 5,000 people. I have Friend It Forward on the website. And my mission really is to share and be inclusive. So that being said, hit the applaud button right now. Just hit it now. It's not about the $2. It is great. And it does tell me that I'm doing a good job. But it's more about you helping me to get YouTube to notice me. So please do that, and thank you in advance. Now, the first way to wear vintage jewelry that is new and original is to take a necklace or a bangle bracelet and run it through your obi belt. And that is what I've done here. It could not have been any easier. I just coiled it up. I made sure that it was clasped with the head on the top. And then I ran the obi belt through it and tied it in the back the way that I always do. And if you have two of these, you could actually use one as a belt and wear one as a neck, and that would be absolutely fabulous. And bangle bracelets work well too, not only with obi belts, but with those stretch snake belts that can run very small. You can actually make it bigger and easier to size if you clasp it with a bangle bracelet. And you can use all different kinds of bangle bracelets and get really creative with that. Number 2 on the list of new and unique ways to wear vintage jewelry is, in keeping with belts, wear your belt as a necklace. I know it isn't groundbreaking, but I wanted to bring it up just as a reminder. I have here the Gucci horsebit style belt, and these are already layered. This is from last week's video, the Free People video, and I just love layering these. And you can see here I have this very 80s kind of pearl with colored glass and crystal station, which is coming back huge, by the way, because of the crown. So be on the lookout for that. Put that one on top of that. See, that is a belt as a necklace. Number 3 is also one you've never seen before. I'm very proud of this one. Do you have an old purse, an old vintage purse with a chain strap? Why not take the chain strap and put it on a boot? This is what it looks like. This is, it's just your basic Chanel style, nice gold tone, good quality, real leather. And then these are the straight pins that go inside the bag, the rings inside the bag, and I just tied them together with a hair tie to close them. I took the boot and wrapped it twice around it and put pins in the back, and it came out absolutely fantastic from every angle. And this chain strap on boots and shoes couldn't be more of the moment, and it's actually vintage. Number 4 on different ways to wear vintage jewelry is take your clip-on earrings and put them in your hair. And I like to put the two of them together. But if you're looking at me and you're going, Dawn, that's not the most original thing, how about putting them on a shoe or a mule? This is a modern DKNY shoe with a 1950s pink rhinestone Regency hair clip. And also, for a further illustration, I have here on an espadrille. I like the way the tassel-y ones look on fabric shoes. So this is just a little summer espadrille with a little cha-cha clip-on, and it looks great. Use your dress clips as a set, but in a new way. This is an extremely high-end pair of dress clips from the 1940s. These are rhodium plated. That's what they look like. There's the back, also called a fur clip. And what I do with this is a vintage Antonio Maras jacket, and I thought this would be a perfect illustration because it has an attached scarf which is really cool. So I'm going to wrap this around, and then what you do is you put one dress clip on the pocket and the other one on the collar, which in this case is a scarf, like that. And that is a new way to wear vintage jewelry. If this jacket didn't have an attached kind of scarf, then you would just put it on the collar, and I'll show you, I'll put this to the back. So that's there like that, and then you could put this one here. Isn't that just beautiful? This is a 25-year-old or 20-year-old jacket and probably an 80-year-old fur clip set. Totally great, totally modern. Number 7 is using dress clips again, and that is put a dress clip on a hat. It doesn't have to be a vintage hat. I just happen to love this vintage hat. This is old Corday. And Bianca, if you're watching, behold the incredible Corday hat. And I will put this on at the end of the video so you can see it. But this has a douget dress clip on it, and it is extremely fabulous. Look at the lines of this hat. Do you see that curl? Isn't that incredible? And this is a tilt topper. I love this hat. So anyway, there's the dress clip, and that is number 7. And number 8 is use a vintage pin as a skirt shortener, or to make ruching or a bustle, or to help a skirt that is too long fit better. And I'm using a vintage schiaparelli today. This is beautiful. This is a pin pendant, and I like to use plaid for this as an illustration because you can see what it happens with the lines. And I've done this for Christmas, so that looks about right to me. And then the key to this, the real style insider tip, is to not overthink it. You really want it to look effortless. And also use a pin that is flat. See the flatness of the pin. And there that is. And then keeping in with that, numbers 9 and 10 are also ways to use pins to adjust the size of things. The first one is, and you've seen this before in the channel, but I've never really explained it, take a long necklace and use a pin to shorten it. Okay, so what I did was I brought this over. This is a group of necklaces from the 1980s. These are Swarovski stations. So what you do is you can take one. I like the way these look now, stacked like this, but you could take a couple. Okay, I've taken the shorter ones off. So now if you want to fill it in and you don't have a shorter one, what you do is, or if longer necklaces don't have a clasp, what you do is you take them like this, and then you clasp them. This is a vintage B pin, and it's silver tone, but I don't mind because it's so cute and the quality is so good. And I'm mixing it also with the black necklace here. So you take it, and it becomes a shortener, even if the long necklaces don't have a clasp and you wouldn't be able to get it over your neck, you know, the third time or whatever. This makes that possible. See, it ends up looking something like that. This isn't perfect, but I'm doing it in very bright light. So anyway, that's how you shorten a long necklace using a vintage pin. And then the final way that's new and original to wear vintage jewelry, in keeping with using pins, is instead of using it to shorten a long necklace, you can use it to lengthen short necklaces. This is a 2-layer shorter one, and this is a 1-strand shorter, and I love the way these work together with the multicolored crystals and the pearls. So what you do is you take the clasp of one and you put it through the jump ring of the other one like that, and then that's long, but there's no clasp anymore. So all you do is you put it around, and in this case, because this is a double strand, and I did this on purpose because I wanted to see how it would look, you know, the asymmetrical quality of it. And if you don't like it, you don't have to do it. And I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. I'm creating this now. I wanted to see how it would look. So, and then you put the one strand through, and there it is. And I think I like that. And this is 2 short necklaces that are now made long. I love this. I think this is brilliant. I actually like the silver B with the gold necklaces and the multicolor. I think this came out great. So that's it. Before I go, I'm about to put this hat on for those of you who want to see it. And I will say one more time, please click the applause button or applaud button or whatever it is. Help me grow. Help Google to notice me. I only will be giving away more because of it and sharing more because of it, because the more Google pays the overhead, the more I can afford to share. And click like, subscribe, ring the bell. Oh, and here's the hat without a mirror. Let me check it. It's more something like this. Isn't it great? I love it too. I cannot wait for winter in Northern California. Thank you again for watching. See you next time. What have I done here? Ooh. Okay. You close the clasp on the pin quickly because you're recording. Uh-oh. This isn't working.